Imagine, if you will, a cold monastery in the depths of medieval Europe. The stone walls are damp, the air thick with the scent of candle wax and old parchment. Outside, the world is still swallowed by night. No street lamps, no distant hum of engines, just the occasional hoot of an owl or the rustle of leaves in the wind. And yet, somewhere in this quiet darkness, a lone monk is about to change the way humanity wakes up forever. You see, in the 8th century, timekeeping was imprecise. The sun and stars were the only reliable clocks, and when the sky was clouded, even those failed. For most people, this was merely inconvenient. But for monks, whose entire lives revolved around prayer at strict, sacred hours, it was a spiritual crisis. Missing matins the pre-dawn service wasn't just laziness. It was a sin against divine order. Enter Abbot Benedict of Anian, a man so devoted to punctuality that he engineered the world's first mechanical alarm clock, or at least the first one we know of. His invention wasn't made of gears and springs like the clocks we know today. No, his was far simpler and far noisier. Picture this: a slow-burning candle, carefully marked at intervals. As the wax melted, it would release a small weight tied to a string, and when the weight dropped, clang, it would strike a metal pan below. A humble solution, yes, but in the dead silence of a monastery, it might as well have been a cathedral bell. Now, you might wonder, did it work? Well, sometimes. Monastic records from the time mention more than a few sleep-deprived brothers jolting awake to the sound of their own groans, having overslept again. Others complained that the candle's flickering light made it harder to sleep in the first place. And then there was the occasional mishap, a drowsy novice knocking the contraption over, sending wax and weight scattering across the floor. But here's the beautiful thing. This wasn't just about waking up on time. It was about taming chaos, about carving order into the formless dark. In a world where time was fluid, where night stretched endlessly and dawn arrived unannounced, the monks were fighting back not with swords or spells, but with candles and ingenuity. And so, as the centuries passed, their experiments evolved. Water clocks dripped in sync with prayers, sundials marked the hours in monastery gardens, and eventually, the great mechanical clocks of the later Middle Ages began to chime from church towers, their voices echoing across entire towns. But it all started with one sleepless monk, a candle, and a determination to greet God on time. So the next time you groan at your alarm clock, remember, you're part of a very old, very holy tradition. One that began not with engineers or inventors, but with men who simply refused to let the night have the last word. And as the first light of dawn finally spills through your window, you might even smile knowing that somewhere, centuries ago, a tired monk probably did the same. Sleep well, wake gently, and may your mornings be ever so slightly divine.